All the techniques in the world are on the internet. How many people in here watch jiu-jitsu techniques? I mean, I hope everybody at least studies some type of jiu-jitsu on the internet. If you look on YouTube, there's 5 million things to show you what you want to work on. I can come in here and I can show you guys this series and that series, and that's great. I'm not going to go away from that. I'm not going to stop teaching you different techniques. But getting a partner that you get comfortable with, that you can actually communicate with and work on things that you want to work on or areas that you're struggling with is super crucial. All of my success in this sport has been because I have a partner that I can actually explain what I want to work on, build upon it, and tell them the resistance that I want. Okay? And everyone that's been here knows they've had a partner where it's like so frustrating to deal with it. Where it's like, I'm just trying to drill, I'm just trying to get better, why are you laughing? We'll edit that one out. I'm good at editing nowadays. I'm just going to go through kind of like what I would do with Brandon and how I would communicate with him and do some drills. And then what I want to do for the day is I'm going to set a time for 5 minutes. And for 5 minutes, you guys are going to communicate with your partner, put them where you want to put them, and you're going to drill stuff. You got to talk to each other. Men are really good at communication here today. Right? Brandon's going to stand up. All right? I'm going to start here. And if you notice, like, Brandon's going to just pretty much exist until I ask him to add resistance, okay? For me, like, maybe I'm wanting to work on my open guard. Maybe I'm wanting to figure out things. And, you know, he's just not falling over. He's not being a bad partner. And he's putting his hands essentially where he would probably think they should go in a match. He's just not adding the resistance to it. So, like, he put his hand right here. 90% of people are going to kill the Delahiva when they put it in. So that's good. And then if I want it, I'm going to tell him, I want you to push this Delahiva down with full resistance, right? And then for me, it's like, I'm going to keep it in, keep killing the Delahiva, you know, like, and I'm going to find that resistance of where it feels like, how much force do I got to give back, or how long can I keep that before he kills it? And if he does kill it, right, so kill it, like, what do I do next? I don't have the Delahiva in anymore. What's the next step? So from there, I'm going to bring the leg back in. I'm going to bring this back in. Then I might even ask him. I might be like, okay, what are you going to do here? Right? So from here, what would you do? All right. Do it again. Then if I like it, I'll say do it again. Right? Kill the space. Right? Then I'm kind of here. This is where jiu-jitsu really grows. Because it's not okay, I'm in closed guard, I'm in mount, I gotta work out of that. It's like these weird transitions that we get stuck in. Where it's like, okay, what do I do now? How many of those were you in at pants? Okay. This is like real jiu-jitsu where you're competing and you're going through things and now you're like, I don't know what to do here. So maybe this is the position that I'm getting stuck in, that someone's doing to me, that I want to figure out what the next step is for me to have success. And then I want to start building that without resistance. And then I want to start building resistance upon it. So maybe from here, like I'm thinking my knees here, his weight's here. I'm coming up, I'm coming under, right? I'm going into this. For me, maybe it's I'm here, right? I'm going to elevate him again. See how his weight distribution moves. Okay? Up, under, catch. All right? So then I like the flow of that. So maybe I'll say stand back up. I'll put the Delahiva back in. I'll say kill the whole series again. Now I'm adding a little bit more resistance here to make it harder for him. Right? Now I'm here. Up, switch, swim. It's just building that flow. I know that's a lot. To even simplify it, maybe I'm going to say come into side control. Right? Club my head. Underhook. Fill all the space. And my goal is I want to get my frames back in. I want him to try to just keep the space tight here, keep my head turned, make this uncomfortable for me. That's what I want from him, is just fill the space, stay tight, don't let my arms come back in, and don't let me get my frames. So now he's going to apply that pressure, right? Now I'm going to start to shift and move All right, now I want him to add more resistance, okay? So I want him to be tighter in this sense, and I want him to try to control, not letting me get my frames. Now, right? I'm just trying to figure out jiu-jitsu. I can show all these drills, and then you guys can break into groups and you can drill them 3 times and then wonder why they never work, or it takes 6 months for it to actually apply to you. How many people have live rolled in this room? How many people have had exactly it go the way they want it to go? Really? Is that when you pass my guard? I don't know about you, but for me, there's always something that I'm like, I could have done that better, or why did I get stuck there, or why was I hesitating there? And I need to be able to tell my partner, recreate that situation, and then start to problem solve and figure out the puzzle. You guys are building a 5,000 piece puzzle, and you're looking at it and there's pieces everywhere. And then you're like, no, screw this shit, I ain't gonna do this puzzle today. But if you got the corner put together and 30 pieces of the corner put together, it's not too bad looking for a couple other pieces to finish that corner, okay? So sometimes instead of having it be so much, there's gotta be areas that you're like, I'm tired of getting stuck here, or I'm tired of not having an answer for this, and then create the situation, even if it's not legit, even if it's like, I would never do that in a match. You have to teach your body how to start moving the correct way. Some things like feels uncomfortable and it's stiff, you create more action in that situation, just like leg locks. I didn't know anything about leg locks. What do? I have people put me in a leg lock. I tell them not to finish the leg lock. Even if it was dumb and it didn't work, it's teaching me how to comfortably move between these positions and keep having answers. And then what happens? I fix those problems along the way instead of just not working on it at all. For 5 minutes, you're gonna pick an area that you're thinking about, struggling with, hesitating with. Tell your partner where to be, what to do, and the person that's the partner, just listen to that person. You're not giving 100% resistance, just tell them, put your hands here, do this, plug my head, hold me down, whatever the case is, communicate with them, build that confidence in the technique, and see what happens in 5 minutes. Teach you guys how I used to drill, then you can figure out your own game and you can get better at it. The only reason that I had success, you can ask Brandon, how many hours did I come in here and drill with you on stuff? I mean, 3 hours a day, 4 or 5 days a week, for 3 years. We came in here and we just explored technique. And how often in the beginning was it like, I don't know what we're doing here?
I still feel like that all the time.
There's so many times when I start doing something, especially if I watch a video, and then I come in here and I start trying to figure it out, that it's like, I would never do this in a match. And then 100 reps, 200 reps, 300 reps, and it's like, okay, this starts to make sense. A lot of times, I'm not even kidding you, somewhere around 7,000 reps is when I really start understanding a technique. And not everyone can do that. I'm not telling you to do that. But I am telling you, the more work you put into a focused area, the more you're going to be comfortable in it. Areas in your game right now that you're hitting and you're not comfortable with and you don't have an answer for, and you shut down. And that's what sucks, is if you don't have an answer for everything and your opponent has an answer, whatever it is. So Brandon, if he's right here, let's just use the knee cup for example, because I've done like 20,000 of these. Let's say that I'm coming in here, right, and I want Brandon to be a good partner, and that's some growth that you guys are going to have to take time. It's going to be weird in the beginning when you're building your partners. So for me, maybe it will be, I want you to start here in this seated guard position because that's realistic in competition. But for you guys, maybe there's no wrong or right in this, okay? So what I'm saying is if Brandon's on his back and he's starting here, that's fine, right? And then in time when things get better and you see better examples of things where it's like, okay, right now I'm dealing with this partner, this is what they're doing, I'm coming in and I'm running into the knee shield. And this is where I want to get better at. But in time, as I evolve, as I play other people, as people visit, as I see higher levels of the technique, maybe it's like, dude, instead the real fight is right here. This is where I'm really struggling at. getting on the inside space. Now it's like, maybe I don't want you to put your feet out, I just want you to hand fight with me a little bit, and I just want to try to win that inside space. And that's all I want to do. So now I'm here, and I'm just trying to move and get onto that inside space and run into that knee shield, right? I went from here, that I'm running into this, to seeing a higher level of advanced technique of getting into this, which is him playing seated guard. Here's the other thing, right? Am I using technique or am I using just pure strength and force? In the situation, let's say that maybe I'm stronger than Brandon, I'm bigger than Brandon, whatever the case is, just out-muscle him. But then we go compete in our own weight class and none of that works. So I need to, instead of just being like, I need better cardio and better strength and I just need to insert my dominance on him more, which is fine, you can play that game, but it's gonna come at a cost of your body over time. Or I just need to figure out more answers. Am I just figuring out how to use more strength and more force to win the match? Or am I trying to figure out more solutions? Here, I'm in the knee cut, Brandon's framing, I'm trying to figure out different ways to get around this. I'm not just like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna double down, I'm gonna back up, and then I'm gonna boom, throw my body as hard as I can until I pray it works. Okay? What do I do here? All I want you to do is create this situation for me. And I want you to stay in here for now and let me just see some situations that I can work around. I'm in here. Okay, that was kind of cool. Now what would you do here? Come back here. Okay, now what would you do here? Okay, I'm in here. Now what would you do here? Right? Go back down. I'm in here. Now what would you do here?
I feel like now I just have to kind of almost accept it and take the frames.
Right? It's not about being more forceful or doubling down where you're strong at. Sometimes it's about getting more answers to a situation. And it's gonna look stupid in the beginning. Like there's gonna be times that I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna push through here and I'm gonna fall over like this. And you're like, okay, well, what did I make a mistake on there? I need to make sure I'm basing. Okay, I need to make sure I have a better base. Like I didn't just get this base because it started that way. I made all these mistakes. I fell on my face. I screwed the position up. All these different things, but each time I was like, okay, I need to make sure my head's on this side this time. If my body's going this way, my head's going this way. I popped here and I missed the underhook, and then he took my back. What happened there? Why did that happen? Like, that's how we're solving the puzzle. That's how we're getting better at jiu-jitsu. Not just trying to be more forceful and pray that the technique works. And then I want a small discussion on any good details that you guys took away that you felt like helped, and then we'll start killing each other. All right, on two. 1, 2.